What's up, my loves? My name is Paige. This is Paige to the Page, and this is the third vlog in my 1 week, 1 shelf series. So I realized I was all ready to go to bed, put my mouth guard in and everything, and then realized I hadn't actually started this vlog and or said anything. If you watched the end of week 2, you would have seen the choices that I had, but we did pick out my TBR cart. So I have the remaining 2 books that I need to read that I have in physical form, which is The Chorus Rises by Bethany C. Murray and Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. So I'm going to be working on those 2 this week, and then if I finish those, I'll go to my self-destruct books. But I've started Chorus. I'm only 36 pages in, but I'm really enjoying the commentary in this, and it's really fascinating what way they've decided to take from the end of A Song Below Water. So I'm really curious to keep going and just seeing how it progresses. There's already been a lot of commentary on people's acceptance, changing of moods, being in therapy, and I really appreciate it. So I think it's going to be quite a hard read, but I'm also very excited to get to it and continue on. So hopefully I will be able to get through a decent chunk of this, probably, maybe, tomorrow night. We had a big afternoon where I needed to edit week 1, so that will be going up on Friday, finally, and then I'm going to work on week 2 soon, so hopefully get back into the swing of it so these videos can actually go out relatively close to the end of preferably not at the end of the next week. So we're doing that, and then Friday we've got the live Q&A, so that will be fun. And yeah, I'm just hoping to get quite a bit of reading done this week. I do have my induction on Monday, so I know that's out, but that's from 9 till 2, so I can crash out in the afternoon and just read. I've got reading sprints with Bookstara, and I'm filming my TBR, and I still need to film next week's videos as well. So got a little bit to do, but I think it's definitely more manageable than the past few weeks. So I was working on that, then Ash and I had a big chat, and then we went and got takeout for dinner. Whenever I'm driving, they take forever. Ash went with his friend earlier this week, and they got through super quickly. Like, it was the fastest run they've ever done. I was just like, God damn it. So when we went today, it took a while, but the food tasted good, so that's all that matters. And then, yeah, I had a bit of a nervous breakdown to Ash, and he was just an amazing support, reaffirming the fact that I can do the life, and I'm allowed to have the feelings, and it's okay to sit with feelings. Feelings. I love you. I really, just want to share the takeaway. He was talking about how he'll be my rock, or my bouncy ball, or my, what did you say, reverb chamber? Yeah. Yeah. And just, he is so amazing at picking up where I'm at and what I need. And I just really appreciate the existence, because I know that I work a lot better with having external support. There's not a lot of internal, and we're working on it. It's a work in progress, but having a support partner like Ash that is able to read my feelings and know what I need is just very lovely, and I needed that love tonight. It was nice. So, feeling a lot better now, feeling a lot more secure. So looking forward to going to sleep and seeing what that brings.
Nothing but warm and fuzzies.
Warm and fuzzies!
Puzzles!
So, yeah, I've read the 36 pages of Chorus. Hopefully we'll have a chance to read a bit more tomorrow, but like I said, I do want to work on week 2 so I can get that out sooner. Soonish, but I need to import all the footage, so I know that it will take a minute. But yeah, fingers crossed that this week goes smoother and I can get a lot of reading done. I have audiobooks for fucking everything, so I'm loving life. And I have an amazing partner. What more could you ask for?
$1 million?
Can I spend it on books?
Yes, but also bookshelves.
Oh.
But also space to put bookshelves.
So a house.
Some form of accommodation, yes.
Yeah. And then, should I have a reading companion?
Yes. Very much so. We need to train a corgi to pick up your books for you.
Oh my god, pet pick to the ultimate level.
You'd only be able to pick up the bottom shelf. He's so cute.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Shall we say goodnight?
Good night.
Good night. See you tomorrow. Hello, my loves. So it is now 6 o'clock, quarter past six on Thursday the 16th of February. And I got a parcel. Look at that parcel! I've had a really bad mental day. The day itself has been good. We had lots of laughs. But mentally, I'm just in a relatively shit place. I needed this and I'm okay. It's just like something happened that reminded me of teaching and then many feelings, and I just am struggling because I do the healthy thing of just repressing my emotions rather than actually talking about them in therapy. So let's have a look-see, because this is probably going to give me a massive serotonin boost. I fucking hate these scissors though. They're as blunt as fucking balls. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is heavy. Huh. I saw a gift note from Jacqueline, so I'm gonna put that. Oh, this is heavy. Happy birthday, you're an amazing lady from Jacqueline. Thank you, my darling. I love you very much. I've gotten a lot of the greens with the teal ribbon. I'm not mad about it. I love it. All right. I can't get over how the fuck it's so heavy. It's a hardcover. Thank you, Jacqueline. So I got the quick roasting tin by Rukmini Aya, and I have their green roasting tin, which I absolutely love, but it's all vegetarian. Not that that's a problem with it, just Ash and I aren't vegetarians. So Jacqueline and I have been she has this one and I had the green roasting tin, which we found from Lauren in the books, I think. Well, that's where I found it. I don't know where she found it. But we've been saying we must trade recipes. Anyway, I cracked the shits that like, I can't just do that for her. So I sent it for her, to her for either her birthday or Christmas last year. She sent me the quick one, which is what she's got. So, oh my god, I'm so excited. And so I believe these do have meat dishes, but none of them take more than half an hour. And they're all one tin. Oh, sticky soy and honey roasted salmon with asparagus and sugar snap peas. I just bought sugar snap peas. Oh. Creamy thyme roasted leek and mushroom pasta bake. Ash would hate that because he doesn't like mushrooms, but damn. All-in-one Thai fish pie. I'm not a fan of like heavy fish. Salmon and barramundi I can because Ash cooks it, but yeah. Rosemary, goat's cheese and mushroom tart with pink peppercorns. Oh, my ovaries. Ooh, yes. Okay, I am so excited for this. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. I really appreciate finally having this so I can do the quick. Oh my god, I'm so keen. And like, you really can just, if like it is a fish dish, I'm like, Ash loves fish, but I'm still like about it, so we can always just swap it out for chicken or something like that. Oh my god, this is so oh, spiced sweet potato curry with milk and with peas and coconut milk. Yes, that sounds delicious. And they just mark if it's vegan or vegetarian on the side. Marvelous. And also gave me a big giggle. Ooh, make ahead lunchboxes. I can do this. Oh, this is brilliant. I'm so Devo. I've just gone and bought shit for dinner because like I'm just doing a chicken with barbecue chicken with salad, but I could have got one of these. Yum! This looks so good. I am so excited to try these. Honey roast butternut squash salad with chickpeas, goat cheese and rocket. It's vegetarian and you can just add meat. I'm drooling everywhere. This is amazing. So it's sort of divvied up into sections depending on like weekend cooking, date night, lunchbox favorites. Thank you, Jacqueline. I'm so excited to dive into this. I don't use, like, I haven't worked my way through the green roasting tin just because I still don't have a lot of confidence in the kitchen, but most of the stuff that I've made from it I've loved. So I'm really excited to give this a shot. That's so funny. She's hilarious. I'll have to message her immediately.
So yeah, like I've said, I'm not having the best day, so I think I'm just gonna have a chill one. Obviously I need to make dinner for Ash and I when he's home, but I might import my footage and check and see how much I've got to edit for week 2. Oh, I need to schedule while I'm here. Week 1 to go up tomorrow. So that's up, ready to go up for tomorrow. I'm just putting my end screen on. Woohoo! So that's up and running. So yeah, sort of just, if my brain can focus on it, rolling with it, and if not, no stress. Because yeah, I would like to do some things, but I'm also not gonna hold it against me not getting it done, if that makes sense. Just because I can't focus properly. So I'm not gonna stress myself trying to make it happen when my brain obviously doesn't want it to happen. I'm gonna jump off and go set up my live, Ash, and I'll chat to you all later. Bye.
Hello my loves, so it is now evening time on the 16th of February and I'm halfway through A Chorus Rises by Bethany C. Morrow. So hit that halfway mark and then was like, yep, I'm done for the night. I'm enjoying it. It's making me challenge a song below water, which is really interesting. Not many series. This is following on after the events of the first book, but with a different protagonist. And hearing their side of things, it's very different to A Song Below Water, and it's dealing with very interesting themes. I'm really appreciating the way that they're addressing it. It was just interesting because I had this conceived notion of this character from how we see them in A Song Below Water, and Bethany C. Morrow has really flashed out their character, which is exactly what you want, but really then reflecting on Song Below, and she's not how she was at all. The way that she talks is definitely the same, and I find it very funny because it's a different dialect to Aussie, which is fine. It's just, it's fun listening to the audiobook because it's just so different to how I would talk, but then also very similar in a lot of ways, like cuzzo and just taking the piss on one another for that regard. So it's fun, but it's also really heartfelt because our protagonist is going through a lot and they have undergone an event that they struggle with, but also is not the point of their story. Their story is their story, and it wasn't this event that was in A Song Below Water. They are their own person, and the way that Bethany is addressing this is just so interesting. I do find her character to be rather unlikable, but the more I get to know her, the more I'm really enjoying hearing from her perspective, and has really got me thinking, which I love. I'm not sure how much I'll get done tomorrow because Ash and I have Q&A, so that will go for however long it does and then go from there. So if I do get some reading in, great. If not, no worries. I have an hour and a half left, so I would love to get a little bit in tomorrow morning before going to work. We'll just see where it goes. I do think I'm feeling mentally a lot better. Like I was saying earlier, I was just having a really bad brain day, and then like it was all little, the thing that has sent me spiraling is not a little thing, but like it was like pouring the spinach leaf into a salad and missing the bowl for a couple of leaves, and I was just like, and to say, did I get too many olives, but said onions instead. And it's those little things, and I know that I'm not articulate and that the buffering symbol will occur on my forehead at least once a day, but it's days like today that remind me that I really do just need to sit with it and just roll with the punches, because I'm going to struggle to make sentences and perform simple tasks, and that's okay. It's easier to like reflect on it and be like, oh yeah, like it's fine, when in the moment it's most certainly not fine. But you know, when Ash got home, it was just very comforting, and I could banter and joke with him, and he could just be like, it's okay, and have me just take a step back and remove the emotions, the negative emotions, and look at it more in a positive light. So that was nice and definitely needed. With that, I'm going to sign off for the night, and we'll see where tomorrow takes us. I'm so excited for the Q&A for Chaos. And yeah, fingers crossed I can make some progress before work. If not, maybe a little bit after the live. Then I'm on sprints on Saturday. So I need to film a few things before I go live with the Bookstar group. But totally doable. Anyway, I will do more tomorrow. Bye.
Hello my loves. So I'm not sure where I got up to with updating you in regards to my reading, but I have finished Chorus Rises and I gave it 4 stars. I really liked the discussion that was had, and I feel like I have talked about this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. I then read The Familiar by K.A. Applegate, which is the 41st Animorphs book, and gave it 3 stars. It was just really weird, and it was a really fucked up dream sequence, I suppose, which was messed with my head before going to bed, but that's fine. And now I've started to read Flowers for Algernon, which is going to break me. I can already feel that it's going to be super hard hitting. I hadn't read the back of the book and really wish I hadn't. I knew that there was a conversation about IQ, but I didn't really know where that was going to go. I was thinking maybe more of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck vibes, but I don't think that's how it is. So now that I am aware of where this is progressing, I'm like, I'm invested. So yeah, I think I'm about 40 pages into it. I did end up having a bit of a curveball today where I ended up having to drive an hour round trip just to check on my friend's pets, which is totally fine, more than happy to do it. But I don't yet feel confident listening to an audiobook while driving. I'd prefer to just sing my fucking heart out, and so I did. And then Ash and I have done laundry, and I'm starting to get the jitters about tomorrow's induction to the council, but I know we'll be fine. But I'm just like, can't focus, can't do anything. Love that. Ash is currently cooking me dinner because he is a wonderful bean, and we have salmon from HelloFresh, so he's got that up and running. So fingers crossed we will have that, watch an episode of Buffy while we eat dinner, and then I will be able to continue on with my book and get a bit more reading done. I know that these vlogs have not been the most informative on the books. Like, I edited and exported my week 2 vlog. I didn't actually end up saying my rating from A Day of Fallen Night was 5 stars, but when I'm filming these clips, most of the time it's right before I go to bed and my brain is just completely switched off, so I apologize. And I think the same with the Chorus Rises. I'm pretty sure I talked about it last night, but I couldn't actually tell you what I said. So, and because I wait so fucking long to then edit these, by the time I get around to editing it, I have forgotten anything that I wanted to say about it, so I just go, yep, cool. So apologies. It's been fun doing this challenge though, and I'm really excited to see where we go for next week, because this week is just like smooth sailing. We're just gonna read my TBR books and then dive onto my shelf destruct. So I'm not really like concerned. I'm thinking I might dive into Electra just because I do need to get that done, but I won't vlog about it here because I am doing the project with Mel that is a separate vlog. So not sure how that will go, but I will update you as I'm reading it and the final rating. But my in-depth thoughts, it's probably the only vlog that I am actually doing in-depth and critical analysis for, so that's fun. I'm gonna go edit the video that I just filmed, which was my upcoming buddy reads, and I also have my TBR to edit, which is looking interesting, and books and dinner and good fun stuff. So I will chat with you later.
Hi. It is now 11 o'clock on the 19th, I think, of February, and just coming on to say I'm at the 60% mark of Flowers for Algernon. And, so yes, I'm currently 60% of the way through. It's a really hard read because of how his mother is, how people treated him, and because of his intellectual disability that he didn't know any better. And now he's become an obnoxious intellectual and realizing these connections. And it's interesting doing the discussion of like, yes, your intelligence has increased significantly in a very short period of time, but your emotional regulation and your actual maturity have not. So he's still got very teenagery impulses. He's still understanding the theoretical concepts, but not able to actually make connections and social understandings. And it's very, very interesting. It was definitely one of those that it hurts knowing when they're describing their experiences before he had the intellect to be able to understand it. But as a reader, we know what's going on, and it's like, oh dang, bro. And then he realizes it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's gonna hurt. So I'm definitely like captivated, and if I didn't have an induction tomorrow where I'd like the bags under my eyes to not look like they've been there for 6 months, I'd probably just keep reading. But because I do, I'm gonna do the sleepy sleep. One point of this though is obviously there is language that I don't agree with, as you may have noticed by me saying intellectual disability rather than what they call it in this, because no. And there's also like just discussions that aren't great, but overall I'm not finding it doesn't pull me out, sort of because I understand it's not, well, one, the terminology was acceptable at the time, not to excuse it, but that's the language that was used. But also, like, in the whole science sphere, that would have been what they were using to explain his intellectual disability. So, not great, but I get it. I really like Algernon. It's very cute. I would also be pissed if I have to do a puzzle just to be able to eat. And the 50% mark definitely changes up the plot a lot. So now I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the back of the book to sort of kick in and how that's going to be shown. But very, very fascinating. I definitely am liking the conversation on what it means to be human, because there is a lot of discussion about the fact that, like, these scientists don't think he was human before he had this experiment that made him smart, because he didn't understand, so he had a really shitty quality of life. But he's reflecting on it, and he had a life. Personally, I don't feel like the guys that were being mean to him were good, but he thought them as friends because they were always laughing with him. So it's like, but now they're like, oh, well, he's a fully fledged intellectual genius and he is human. He's a superhuman, whereas before he was nothing. And I'm like, I'm so glad that this is pissing the protagonist off, because I'm pissed off. Like, just because someone has an intellectual disability doesn't make them null and void or not human. So the fact that, like, even at this time period it was arguing for humanity is nice. Also, I want to stab his mother in the face with a pitchfork. So yeah, that's my thoughts so far, and I'm gonna go to bed. My eyes do not want to stay open, so I will check in with you later. Probably after my induction tomorrow, just being like, woohoo! I'm probably gonna head out to my friend's place a little bit later after. The induction goes from 9 till 2, so I will go probably around 4-ish. So I can be back by 5:30 at the latest, and then do dinner. So yeah, that's where I'm up to, and I will check in with you later. Bye! Hello, my loves!
Loves.
I did it! I finished Flowers to Algernon, and I'm giving this 4.5. Just the discussions of humanity and intellect, and it's really such a well-crafted novel that does the stuff that I love in books, which got me thinking. I found this so fascinating, and yeah, I don't really have too many thoughts, mostly because I want Ash to read it, so I don't want to talk too much. But just the points that were made and the way that it was done was just everything that I love in when dealing with these types of conversations. So it's Monday night and I'm gonna go to bed. I don't know what to do because that's what I need to be reading, but I'm gonna be picking a new shelf tomorrow for Wednesday, and I don't think I could read anything that's on there tomorrow night because we'll still be going out to my friend's place and I don't think I'm gonna have time. So I don't know what to do. I have read 2 books, The Shelf, and I've completed those. And I do have Electra that I need to read, but I also don't want to speed read that. So that might be good, doing a chunk of it tomorrow. I don't know. Let's go have a look at the books. None of those are short. Fuck. Honestly, just based off size, this is probably going to be the best choice. I don't think I'm going to get this done tomorrow, but we can always start it and put it on hold and see where we get up to. Or do I take the sneaky route and say my Kindle, charge that up tonight and then read a lecture on it tomorrow? Well, it'll either be this or this. At least a decision has been made on that front. And I'm very excited to pick a new shelf tomorrow and see what I'm going to be reading for the last week of February. And pray to fuck that it's not as busy. But it will be. This challenge is chaos. I don't know how people make this happen. Considering I also have like 50 other challenges that I'm trying to work into it. That TBR time is fun. I'm going to go, babe. Good night. Hello, my loves. So it is now 8:25 on Tuesday, the 21st of February, and I need to pick my last shelf. I'm so excited. I haven't had as much of a chance to read. I read about 30 pages this morning of Someday by David Levithan. So I have made a little bit of progress, but there's no way I'm going to finish it tonight. I have so much to do. So I'm going to load up a random number generator, and I think I'm going to go back to the one that we did last time, just because it seemed to be nice. So I regret saying that now. So if Ash's shelves pop up, I'm just going to repick. I just don't. I might try and see what shelf I get, and then if it's too taxing on my brain, then I'll just pick another one. This is for the last week of the 1 week 1 shelf, and let's see what I'm gonna get. Oh. And so number 6 is this shelf here, which are my series continuations. I love my life. Okay, so we've got 1 up the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shelves. So let's go again and clear. We'll just go whoop, 1 to 6. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to be reading off 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so that wasn't the shelf that I wanted, but that's okay. I wanted shelf 2 for Amari. Honestly, but Holly Black, the Atlas Paradox, which I haven't read the first one too. Passenger and Wayfarer, Song of Race and Ruin, Wild Seed, Parable of the Sower, and the Looking Glass trilogy, with Parable of the Talents, Through the Dark, and the Looking Glass Wars. This being the first one, so I would be starting a series, but I've read this one before and want to continue on, so I would love to actually start this series again and get through these. This will complete the series and then I can unhaul it, so free up some more room. And Parable of the Talents was a gift from Tracy for my birthday and is a continuation to Power of the Sower, so I really want to get to it. So these 3 are next week's pick. I'm so excited. Yes. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Well, I will still do a final sign off later, just because I want to see how much I can get through, but my battery's dying and I'm not concluding it here for once. So I will chat with you later. Hello, so my phone is on 7%, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I made it a third of the way through Someday, so I'm up to page 115, which is great. I have shot myself in the foot by doing this because I probably should have started Electra, as I have a lot of stuff that I want to get through next week. So we're going to put this on hold, which is dangerous, and we're going to pick up one of the other books from the shelf. I have also looked into it, and Through the Dark is actually a collection of short stories and not part of the main Darkest Mine plot. They're just like 3 short stories. So I think I'm actually just gonna unhaul it and not read it, and eventually get to The Darkest Legacy, which is the 4th book in the series, although it's a continuation on 5 years after the end of the 3rd book. So do I need to read it, or can I just count the Darkest Minds series as complete? Yeah. So the plan is to read Parable of the Talents as my priority, and then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try and binge read the entire King Glass Wars series. But who knows? If I don't do that, then I will start on Electra, and once I finish Electra, come back to this and then dive into this series. But we'll see. I'm sure I can do it. There's no stress whatsoever. Just math. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely make a start on Parable of the Talents tomorrow and start off the new vlog. But I got 115 pages into this, so feeling good that I've actually continued on with it. I'm not loving it as much as I loved every day, but yeah, no, some are a hit, some are a miss. I think this will still be good, but the villain in this is just like super uber creepy, and I wasn't prepared for that. Like, I know they were kind of fucked up in the 2nd book, but they usually stay as one character, and that's not the case in this, and so it's wigging me out. But hopefully you'll be able to hear my thoughts in next week's vlog, because I want to finish other things. So with that, I will now officially sign off of this vlog. So let me know in the comments, did you do anything interesting this week? I definitely made more trips out to places than I had originally intended, but all good. I've only got one more trip that I'll need to do, and it probably won't even have to be tomorrow, which is great. So let me know down below if you got up to anything. If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. And I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!